Lance going to put it up right away. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. Now it's Lance. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Lance looks to throw again. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Lance. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, 32 yards. And the Niners are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Watch the screen. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. 49. Check 49.
Here's Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Barnett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. 58's the money. 58's the money. Yeah. You don't want none. Play 31.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down at the 34. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Back to throw, Watson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Barnett. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one a gain of 20 in a first down. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down now, it's Barnett, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Get him. 58's the mic. 59. Let's go, D. Tight.
Now Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. 23 yards the pickup there. And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, It's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. These two teams all tied after one. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Lance going to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Here's Lance to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, he finds his man, complete. That's Barnett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
You. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
On 2nd down, it's Barnett. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. 31. Learn 3.
Watson escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
We own them. Watch the safety report.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
58, right over there.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Lance now to throw.
He's got his man. That's Sample, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
McCaffrey running up the middle.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
31.
Lance now on first down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now Lance.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
On first down, Lance trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
The 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
And the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Watson now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Again, it's Watson. That'll be caught by Anderson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
To throw is Watson.
It completes it once more to Anderson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Second down and 8.
Watson looks to throw again. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
York able to send this one through.
And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
A final shot before half for Lance. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll try the left side. Barnett
down to the 42, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 35.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Second down and goal. Watson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Barnett. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Browns have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. This one hauled in by Sample. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? To throw, it's Lance. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here comes Grant on the return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. To throw again, Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
On first down, Watson. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. Dancing to his left. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
On second and goal, Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. Looking to throw. Watson. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Here's Lance. Hitting Samuel on the slant. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
High throw, but he makes the catch.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Again, it's Lance.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's 2nd down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Lance.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Slam, slam, slam.
He'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
The hard-hitting safety, Jimmy Ward, picking up the sack that time.
The Browns send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. .46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Lance. Under pressure, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead. Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again is Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper with career touchdown number 60. And the Browns are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Throwing now is Lance. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Lance and Kittle in sync for the 49er first.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Come on, set. 52 blue. 31's the mic.
Now Lance again. And he will find his man Samuel.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
31's the mic. Here we go, D. Blue striker. Watch out again. 31's the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
2nd down and goal. Lance.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Down to about the 32.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 2nd down now, it's Barnett. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Check 26, check 26.
On third down, Barnett. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.